everyone, and welcome back to my channel. First, I want to say a massive thank you to all of you that have newly subscribed. It really does make my day when every single one of you subscribes to my channel or likes it or views my videos. I'm just so enthusiastic about makeup and to bring makeup to everybody, whether they are over 40, whether they have disabilities, whatever. I am so enthusiastic about bringing those looks, so it really does make my day. Thank you so much. Now, a couple of weeks ago, you'll know that I posted a video using Charlotte's new flawless filter, and I had so much fun doing it. It was following one of Charlotte Tilbury's tutorials that I thought, why not do another one of those? And then I had a request from one of my subscribers to try on one of her looks that she sells, which is called the Naturally Beautiful Date Look. And Charlotte also has a tutorial that goes along with that. So I thought, why not do that? So I'm going to tell you what products are in this look that she sells. And the first product is the Golden Goddess Quad Palette, which is beautiful, looks lovely. You can also, I'll put a link back to my, I did the 12 Days of Tilbury a while ago, and I did her iconic looks a day for 12 days. So I'll do a link to the Golden Goddess look, so you can see all the swatches for that if you want to. And then she also has in the look Full Fat Lashes, which is her mascara, one of her mascaras that she does. She has the black felt tip eyeliner, which is called the Feline Flick. She only does one of those in black. She has the Pillow Talk lip liner, which apparently loads of these sell every second somewhere around the world. Don't know the exact number, but it is lovely, really lovely shade. And I think I'm getting near to my third one of those. Then the Pillow Talk lipstick, which she bought out last year, which matches the lip liner. Slightly lighter, so that the liner lines your lips, only very slightly. And Cheek to Cheek blush in Love Glow, which is a really, really pretty pink. Okay, now obviously she has more products that she uses in her video, and obviously I have them all again because you know I'm a massive fan and I just collected all her products over the years. So I have my iPad in the background. I have cut out a lot of the introduction because she talks a lot at the beginning of this, and I want to tell you that I have put her magic cream and her magic eye cream on already. So I wanted to let it sink in a bit more this time so that it wasn't too greasy on my skin. It does make a really, really good base for your makeup, but you do need to really let it sink in. So let's get started, shall we?
So next I'm going to apply Wonderglow, and Wonderglow is like a Giselle filter, and it just soft focuses any lines and pores you have, and it makes you look lit from within. It gives you this gorgeous goldeny glow.
Right, okay. Now, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you know I'm not really a fan of Wonderglow, but I'm going to follow it to the letter, and I do have it here because I got it in a set. So see what you think. Maybe I'm being too harsh on it, so let's put some Wonderglow on and give myself this Giselle filter that it does feel very good, and it's a nice primer, but I just don't find that it gives me a glow, and I think maybe it is because I've got a yellow undertone to my skin, so it probably just doesn't show up on me. I think if you're fair, it probably does, or if you don't have a kind of olivey yellow undertone to your skin, it probably does. I haven't tried it on anyone else with that kind of skin tone. So, yeah, try it for yourself because a lot of people do rave about this product. Okay, let's get on.
First day makeup, you want that sort of beauty beautiful glowing skin. Now we're going to apply my magic foundation. This magic foundation is so fabulous.
Right, okay, so she's applying magic foundation now with her brush. And I'm just going to, I've forgotten if I'd showed you this, but I've got everything in my little basket here. I had to do a few dummy runs before I started, and I can't remember whether I told you that or not. And here is my magic foundation. Now, this is a little bit on the pale side for me, but it is the right undertone. So if I need to bronze up a bit later, I can do that. But it is the best undertone for me, and I'm actually using a shade lighter than the model. But shade number 6 is very, very pale. And shade number 5 just seems to have the right undertone for me. So I'm going to put that on now. Now the Magic Foundation has got a bit more coverage to the Light Wonder Foundation. If anyone's wondering what the difference is. And it's very good for covering up hyperpigmentation. Definitely more coverage, and a little bit better if you've got oily skin, because the thing about Light Wonder is it's very moisturizing, but if you've got quite oily skin, it probably makes you look a bit greasy. I've got very combination skin, so I do get oily here, but I get very dry here. Probably need to combine them both. Right, let me just... Now, I forgot to tell you that she says in the preamble, the very long preamble to her video, that this is going to give you that look as though you've hardly got any makeup on. Your boyfriend's going to think you've got hardly any makeup on. And she also says it's a look that works well whether you're 18 to 80 years old. So, you know, a challenge like that from Miss Tilbury herself, I couldn't resist. Okay, I'm going to blend a bit of that in with my fingers in a minute. Okay, let's get on, shall we? Come on, Charlotte. What's next? Doesn't sound very loud.
Retoucher.
Right, she's using a retoucher now.
Any kind of areas where you want a little bit of extra coverage, and some women just wear them on their own. They're really kind of...
Right, my retoucher, which I'm going to use any areas that you need a little extra coverage. So I'm going to put some under here where I've got all my hyperpigmentation, and a little bit here. I've had this checked out, guys, by the doctor, and they want to see me again on Monday because the doctor I saw didn't have a clue what it was. So I've got to see the one that specialises in skin. So hopefully it's okay, fingers crossed. I will keep you updated. And I am going to get it removed. So if it's anything nasty, I will let you know. It's a little bit worrying, but I'm doing all the right things. So that's the one good thing about my disability. It teaches me to just worry about today and not worry too much about what might be there. And I'll put a little bit, I've got a little bit of redness, a few thread veins around my nose, so I will do that. Right, Charlotte, come on then, what's next?
So I apply my Mini Miracle Eye Wand, and it's got a fabulous polypeptide serum on one side, and then on the other side we've got this amazing eye illuminator that literally makes you look like you've had 100 hours sleep.
Oh yes, we want 100 hours sleep, Charlotte. Okay, Mini Miracle Eye Wand. And I am going to put on, so this side, as she was saying, has got this serum, which she does put on over the retoucher. And the idea of putting a serum on or anything is to just basically, if you've got fine lines, which I have, if you put a serum on just before you put concealer on or brightener on, then it's basically not going to, it's going to minimise fine lines. You know, if you put lots of cakey powder on, it's going to make the lines look bigger than they are. And if you put serum on, it's going to minimise them. That's the idea. Right, so that's that side. And then you turn it round. And then you use the eye brightener, which is what she says gives you 100, makes you look like you've had 100 hours sleep. And she's also going to do some other tricks with it, which I shall play and try and do while she's talking, because I don't want to keep stopping and starting her video. So I'm just doing that with my fingers. I think fingers are always the best tools. And she uses her fingers a lot. Okay, I'm going to just play it again because she uses this for a couple of other things. Now she's going in.
This is a great trick, just putting on this highlighter here in that inner corner and then just patting it in with your finger really kind of opens up the eye.
And then I think she does something else, yes?
A little bit underneath the brow here.
And then she pats that.
So I'm just going to use my airbrush flawless finish powder, and that's just to really sort of lighten.
Okay, now you're going too far, Charlotte. So she's now going to do... Now, the other thing she does, which she hasn't done in this video, but I'm going to do it. It's a really great tip. If you've got this, girls, this is a really good tip. You see where you've got these sort of jowly marks? What she does is she does this. And it does actually minimise the look of them. It's just... Or if you've got a concealer that's a bit lighter than your skin tone, or it's got light reflecting particles in it, just try it, and then just get your finger like that and press it in, and it just, do you see how it minimises it? It's fantastic. She hasn't said it in this video, but she has said it in other ones, and I use it a lot for that. Okay, right. Oh, flawless finish powder. Flawless finish powder, and I'm just going to get her, just check it's clean, the brush. Her flawless finish powder, which she's going to dab under the eyes, no doubt. And this is good because it doesn't actually, you know, with a lot of powders, you go and dab it under the eyes and then suddenly your wrinkles all show up like really, really badly because it's really powdery. This one doesn't do that as much. Obviously, it's still a powder. It's going to perhaps do it a little bit more than if you've just got fluid underneath there, but I don't notice much of that at all when I use her powder. And I'm going to do here and here because I get sort of open pores and a little bit on my chin. I know these videos are long, guys, but please feel free to scroll through if, you know, you get fed up of me chatting away.
Beautiful, actually. It doesn't sit in the pores. It literally is the best powder in the world. I am now going to use a legendary brows.
She's using legendary brows.
Supermodel brow that we love so much.
Okay, so she's... Oh, maybe I can do a little bit of it while she's talking. Can I?
It literally is the easiest way to fill in a hole, a gap, anything. It is the most foolproof eyebrow product ever. I'm now going to use my life-changing eyelash.
I will just quieten her down again. I think I'm nearly out of this. I have used it for ages. It's lasted me for ages, but there's very little left in it now. Have to wait for payday, Miss Tilbury. So I don't think it's filling in as much as it used to. There's still a little bit in there, but oh, like that bit, that blob that I've just got. So there's still some left. That's me thinking there's hardly any there, so I went a bit over the top. I'll tidy that up later. Yeah, I'm not going to mess about with that now. I'll tidy up that later. Oh, hang on. Let's do a bit more this side. That's a bit better. Okay, Next, she's going to use her life-changing eyelash curlers, which are here. And I bend them away from me like that so that it kind of really gives them a curl like that. She remembered to do them today. She didn't in the last tutorial. It's not like Charlotte at all. Okay, so that's that done. Next, Charlotte.
This is the first step to kind of bigger, brighter eyes. Okay, so we're now going to use the Golden Goddess eye palette, and I'm going to dip my brush into the prime shade.
Okay.
And I'm just going to whisk that into the inner corner to really kind of open up the eyes, and then along, I'm just going to pop that all over. I'm just going to prime the eye backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper all over the eye. Gorgeous. Close your eyes, and we're going to do that. Again, we're going to prime the eye going into the inner corner, and then all the way along, backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper. So now
right, I'm just going to pause you for a minute, Charlotte, because I just wanted to quickly say to people that have got coordination problems that I'm going to do a longer review on this. But I bought this the other day because I've been testing out brushes that might help. And I just thought that this might be quite helpful. And I'm just going to try this, what she's doing, the windscreen wiper. The idea with this is that you can actually hold it like this if you want. And you could hold your hand steady. And you get that kind of windscreen wiper motion. But you can still see what you're doing. I haven't really had a chance to test it out much yet. But the fact that it's got an angle makes it, I think, a tiny bit easier to use. But I will let you know, and I might do a fuller review on it. Okay, but I just wanted to just throw that into the mix. So let's get going next. Watch me, and I will update you with a fuller review of that brush. And I'll put the link below with what it is.
Shade. My blender.
Right, she's now going into the enhanced shade.
And I'm literally going to nestle that into the socket, the out of the corner. And I'm going to pop that along there. And then I'm literally just going to blend that in backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper. Just blend it in. And now we're going to do exactly the same on the other eye. Nestle it into the socket. And then go down the outer corner and backwards and forwards. And then I'm just going to pop that. Right, I'm just going to just pause her for a minute. Otherwise, I'm going to mess this up. Because she kind of does it like that. I'll put the link to her video so you can see what she's doing. But she kind of does a little kind of triangular going in there, which is very good if you've got hooded lids, because it kind of defines the outside and hides the hood a little bit. I'm just going to do it there. This seems to have got a little bit stuck. It's probably because I didn't prime the eyelid as well that side. So it's kind of caught onto my moisturiser a bit. There we are. And what she's doing now is she is priming, not priming, she is lining underneath the eye with the smudge brush and that enhanced shade. Let's start her again. And just go again, backwards and forwards with the smudge brush. And this beautiful formula that literally does all the work for you. And she's going across the top now as well. Okay, so I'm now going to take my smudge brush and I'm going to dip it into the smoke shade. And close your eyes. I'm going to do that. A little bit of that colour on the outer corner just to create, it's a really beautiful sort of wonderful kind of bronzy light, bronzy colour. Very light and very pretty, very soft. Just gives you a lovely little bit of definition. So I'm now going to use my Feline Flick. Now the Feline Flick pen is divine because what it does, it will give you a fabulous, which you've already got, wonderful kind of large almond eyes.
Now this is the bit that I'm getting nervous about, guys, because she's going to do a Feline Flick. And I'm going to attempt it, and I'm probably going to make a bit of a hash of it. But I will attempt it. The reason that I'm going to make a bit of a hash of it is because I have got hooded lids. And what happens when... What a hooded lid is when your upper lid kind of goes over your mobile lid. And what happens is you can sit there and you put your eyeliner on and it looks absolutely perfect. And then you drop it and suddenly your line goes like this. So I'm going to try and do it as much as possible. But it may not work very well. Okay. Because this is an instant eye lift, except it's not when you've got hooded lids.
Get this perfect line. Super, super, super easy to do. Right in the lash line. Look straight. Yeah, gorgeous. And then what you do is you look straight in the mirror and you draw a dot of where you want your Feline Flick to end. Drag out this line to join up the dot.
Okay. She makes it look so easy. And actually this pen is very easy to do, except when you get now what she did then is she put a little dot, and this is where I need to be careful, because if I do that and then I finish off like that, the line is going to look wrong. So I'm going to do my best, but I'm going to relax my eye when I do mine, and I'll do a little dot, a tiny little dot there, and I'm just going to be very conservative with my flick because I don't want it to look weird once I drop the hood of my eye. So let me do it like that. You see, now it probably looks a bit weird when I open my eye like that, but most of the time we don't walk along. I think that's gonna do. Most of the time we don't walk along with our eyes up like that. Let me just fill it in and I'll show you what happens. It looks great, and then you drop it and it kind of disappears. But we've done a reasonable job. I've got all these notifications popping up on my screen. It's very distracting when I'm doing my makeup. Okay, and then you get to 3/4 of the way along, like so. Hang on a minute, I haven't got right into the corner there. Don't think I did the other one. And then I'm going to drop my hood. I'm going to draw a little dot there. And you see when I open it how much wing there actually is, and then how little there is when I drop the hood. So that's what you have to put up with, ladies, when you've got hooded lids. So I'm just gonna draw it in the best I can. I'm not gonna make it any more visible than that. I might tidy that up later, otherwise there'll be a 20-hour video. Okay, next, Charlotte.
So now we're going to use my full fat lashes, and we want an eyelashes, so like gorgeous flutter. It is so important to have the right mascara because, you know, it can really coat each individual lash and really add length without it clogging, and can really kind of give you that false eyelash effect. And really kind of when you curl your lashes and use this mascara for your flat lashes, it really kind of enhances.
I have to say one thing about, it's not my favourite, as I've told you before, but it doesn't clump, this mascara, at all. I'm doing my mascara face again. I'm wondering if this is my old, I've got two of these and one of them's a little bit older. So I may tidy this up at the end. But that'll do. Next, Charlotte. She's still doing the lashes underneath.
So now we are going to contour. I'm going to use my amazing Filmstar Bronze and Glow palette, the temples.
Okay, she's using her Bronze and Glow palette. Now, this isn't part of the kit, guys. But I think, do you know what? If you could only get one thing from Charlotte Tilbury, this is probably the thing to get. It is just, well, you can see, look, I've hit the pan. And it is just brilliant. I've actually got the darker shade as well because I can get away with both, but I kind of use that more for kind of less natural, more vibrant looks. The bronzer is very subtle, but we're going for subtle in this look. Very subtle on me. Go easy if you've got fairer skin because you won't need as much as me. And she uses the eyeshadow brush, which I've gone and put down somewhere. There it is, right in front of me. She does that to kind of contour her nose. And I do use this a lot for contouring my nose because it's subtle on me. Again, if you've got fair skin, just go easy because you won't need to put as much on to end up with a brown line down your nose, which is not a good look. Okay, and I'm going to put some of this. She also does a little bit of bronzing at the same time. So I will do a little bit of bronzing. Where's my bronzer brush? I don't think she changes brushes in hers. But also when you bronze, then it kind of gets rid of that line. You know, you've got a bit more definition for the contour. And as you can see, I'm quite pale because I often cover up down here so that it matches my face. I'll do a bit of bronzing under there. Okay, next, Charlotte.
And it would sort of be
highlighter.
Naturally hit you on your temples.
I'm going to start doing the highlighter now.
Across the bridge of your nose and underneath your cheekbones. That really kind of carves out like that sort of shade and light. I'm going to use my blending brush and dipping that into the sculpt shade, and you go straight down, and then you just
she's doing what I've already done. I'm ahead of you, Charlotte. I'm ahead of you.
And then back up the other side into the brow. So we are going to use the highlight shade and dipping that into that lovely, the top section. And
I'm going a bit mad with the highlighter, aren't I? But do I care? No.
Onto the bow of the lip.
Yeah, I've done that.
And that just gives you that really beautiful kind of dripping in candlelight, sort of wonderful kind of Hollywood, glowy, natural goddess skin.
Do I look like a natural goddess?
The key to
Right,
wider
here
lips
we
is
go.
using
Pillow
my
Talk.
Pillow Talk lip liner. And this is so fabulous, this lip liner, because it literally does mimic that kind of like naughty full lips that I think you'll probably end up with a lot of Pillow Talk afterwards.
Promises, promises.
I'm about to launch Pillow Talk lipstick. Now this
It's an old video.
lipstick has never existed before, and it goes with this amazing Pillow Talk lip liner. And it really is a lipstick that kind of, you know, like Pillow Talk, when people say, have you had your lips done? Oh my God, you know, your lips look amazing, or pert, or luscious. And men don't really kind of know that you've got this sort of naughty lip liner on that's really kind of making them look even sort of more divine and luscious. A matte revolution lipstick, so it not only mimics the way your lips wouldn't be shiny with a gloss or a lipstick, they would just sort of have this wonderful pigment, and that mimics it. So that's what's so fabulous about the colour and the texture. And the reason it's called matte revolution is it not only nourishes your lips while you wear it, but it has this matte effect, but it's also got these 3D pigments which make your lips look fuller and wider. Now I'm going to use my Love Glow blusher, and this is really fantastic. This is going to give you, smile for me darling, that perfect glowy, loved up cheek. Sort of ripe, delicious, perfectly healthy, pretty blush. So Emma darling, I'm going to put a bit of supermodel body on you, and don't you love the fact that it's a quick, easy roll?
Do you know what?
And we can just pop it onto your kind of collarbones or onto your...
She does this. I've never used it, but she sent me a sample of it. I just don't really use body makeup, but, you know, for the sake of it, let's try it out.
And, you know, literally when your husband's sort of going, your boyfriend or whoever, or, you know, at this point you haven't sort of seduced, you know, about to seduce someone, but you just pop this on and it really gives you that sort of wonderful kind of contoured, highlighted supermodel body. And you put it on, and it doesn't come. It sets and doesn't come off on your.
Sorry,
face.
Charlotte. I don't think this is really for me.
All those celebrities like Kim Kardashian uses it all over her body when she goes to kind of the Grammys, Emmys, all of that sort of. It's a great one for the red carpet. This is my finishing touch for every single date look. It is scent of a dream, and it enhances
And
your
yes,
powers of attraction.
look.
And we're all attracted to people kind of, you know, because of their
I
scent.
even have
We
a
realise
perfume.
how much
All right
scent
then.
actually affects us. So this really enhances your powers of attraction and makes your dreams.
Anything that's going to make my dreams come true. Okay, so that is the tutorial finished. I hope you've enjoyed watching today. All the products will be listed below, and join me very soon this weekend. I'll also be uploading my impressions of the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. Okay, thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye.